It's really warm today. I can't believe how warm it is. Well, nothing's happened just yet, but I had a indication something's going to happen. I just want like a 4-pounder by now. I just want to catch a carp. I can't believe this. I thought I was going to blank. It's been really difficult. Well, you join me down at Monk Lakes. I'm on the Match Lakes again because I can't seem to catch huge amounts. I've been to a few places, been to the main lake on here. I've also been Checker Tree, and I've struggled, or of course something small. So I've come onto here today to try and hopefully catch something about 15 pound. That's what I'm after. I've had them up to 19 pound as well, so there could be a chance of getting something a bit bigger, but that's what I'm after today. Last time I had them up to about 14 pound, but this time I do want to catch something a bit bigger. It's really warm today. I can't believe how warm it is. It's actually the 1st as well. First day of the new year, and it's lovely. It feels like spring. That's how warm it is. I can't believe it. It's really sunny today. I'm sure there's going to be opportunities to maybe use zigs or fish in the margin, so there's going to be lots of opportunity. At the moment I've decided to cast both in the middle because I've seen carp already jumping out. Last time I was here they were mostly in this open water area in front of me, so that's where I'm going to start. I'm actually watching them in the moment and they are fizzing up out there, so I do know that there's a few carp out at the moment. I've just got to get those rods out and hopefully get a bite. It's looking alright at the moment. There's plenty of carp out in front of me. I'm probably going to be putting some bait down the margin spots as well and getting them going. I might play around with some zigs later if that's necessary to do that. At the moment I'm just seeing them jumping out, and I think they're mostly sort of midway onto the bottom. The water's still cold, even though it's really mild and really warm. Hopefully I'll catch a carp or two today, and hopefully I'll catch something decent. Let's see. The rigs I'm using today are pretty simple really. One is on a solid bag. I always use one on a solid bag. It's just my thing on a day ticket water to always try that out. Sometimes you do get bream, and there is a few bream in here, but I usually tend to avoid them. Not always. In that solid bag I'm actually fishing a 12mm orange pop-up, and I'm also tipping it off with a plastic maggot. I'm going to try it out today. I don't normally do that, but I thought I'd have a go at it. On the other one I've got a Ronnie rig on a helicopter setup, and on that I've got my 15mm purple pink pop-up. I've done so many carp on that. Last time I was here I got a few carp as well, some of the decent ones, and I've had carp up to sort of 28 pound on some hard waters. But I will be playing around with things today. I'm just going to keep chopping and changing, and I might even move as well. The boilies I'm putting over the Ronnie rig are CARP Basics Ocean Fruit 15mm. I've also put the ocean fruit liquid in there just to give it extra boost. I've been soaking them in water to make them softer as well, just because in the winter they tend to do better than shelf life boilies. I tend to put them in water just to soften them a little bit. Well, hopefully all that will work. Again, like I said, I will make some small changes as I go along and possibly move if nothing happens or if I only get a few. But for now, I'm going to sit back and see what happens really. I'm looking forward to today. It's nice and warm and I'm hoping to get something decent. Well, nothing's happened just yet, but I had a indication where I think a carp picked up my line close in, and then I thought, oh, maybe they are getting close in into this margin area while the sun's coming out and beaming across it, and I thought they'd eventually get in here, but I thought they wouldn't get in until the afternoon. I thought it might be a time where the water's warming up and then maybe they might move in. But the other thing is, it's happened much earlier than I was expecting. I had a little look down the margin, down to the side to me, and a carp just sort of rolled right next to it. So yes, they're definitely in the margins. They've moved in already. The wind is pumping in here as well, and it's warm. The sun is beaming down on it, so it looks really good. I've put some bait in there. I've put a few of the boilies in there, and I've thrown in some mini pellets that goes inside the solid bag. I'm just throwing a couple of handfuls of that in there as well. And I brought in my Ronnie rig and I've put it down there. I've kept it the same bait for now, but I may play around with hook baits. I do better on wafters in the margins than I do on pop-ups, so I may change. But I'm going to see what happens, and I'm going to keep going, and maybe I might recast my solid bag in a bit, and hopefully that'll make a difference, and hopefully I'll catch something soon, because it's getting a bit worrying really. I'm expecting to get something by now. I was kind of hoping that I would have at least 2, and then I can maybe decide what I'm going to do next, but at the moment catching is the issue. So first get the first one, and then I'll make some changes, and hopefully we'll catch then. Well, I've moved, nothing was happening at all, pretty quiet, didn't see any more carp jumping, no feeding or anything. A few more people were turned up on the lake as well, and it kind of made it harder to move. To be honest, the water didn't look that great, it's a bit chocolatey as well, and maybe that's putting them off. There's been a lot of rain recently, and I don't know, I just wasn't fishing very well at the moment. I may go back, but for now I've moved to Lake 1. I was on Lake 2, Match Lake that is, and the water looks better here. I've seen a few carp jumping around, they look happy, so I'm sure I'm going to get something. I'm right at the front of the lake, it's right next to the car park, but I've seen a few carp here. As I was approaching, they were jumping out, so definitely a spot I want to be in. It's quite muddy, it's like soup around here, but I've come well back, and hopefully it all pays off. What I've done is I've cast one to the margin, but far up towards this tree. I saw a carp jump on that spot. I went round there and I threw a few pellets in there, just small pellets I use in the PVA bag, and a few chopped boilies. And I've also baited up a tree that's in front of me. It's like a little tree that's sort of leaning in the lake, and I've put a few pellets around that. I haven't made any more solid bags up yet, so I've just lowered it in. It's only in close as well, it won't tangle. And that one is now on a 12mm a yellow pop-up with a plastic bag on top of it. I changed it while I was fishing on the other lake, didn't make a difference. And on the other one, well, the one I'm casting to the far margin, I've actually put on a ocean fruit bottom bait that I've shaved down, and then I've tipped off of a plastic corn. I thought I might try it out. It's a small little bait, you never know, that might just get them to just grab it. All the bright baits I've tried this morning weren't working. It's normally my go-to winter tactic, and nothing's happened at all on those, but I've changed them over slightly. I was constantly changing hook baits on the other lake to try and get something, and I was like, something's going to happen. I just want like a 4-pounder by now, I just want to catch a carp, but that's not happening. But on this lake there isn't particularly monsters on here. There isn't really that big of a carp. I think the biggest I've had out here is 15 pound. Looking for more like a 10-pounder really, but any old carp will do. I'm struggling here. Just wish I could catch something, and hopefully that will make it worth it today. I may move back onto the other lake later, but I may not. Depends on what happens here. Yeah, so I'm just going to sit back and hopefully something happens. Well, you're not going to believe this. I've moved again. Nothing's happening at all. It's pretty quiet. I did see a few little carp jumping where I was and nothing was happening, but I'm watching the other part of the lake. I'm on a split between each part, and I've been watching this corner, and they've been leaping in two different areas, and they keep jumping and keep jumping and keep jumping. So I've watched them long enough to figure out where they were, and basically I've just come over here and cast in both the spots that I keep seeing them jumping and jumping again, and see what happens really. I don't know what else to do. It's pretty terrible, the fishing. These lakes have got loads and loads of carp in them, and I still can't even get one, let alone a 15-pounder. So I'll be lucky if I get something. But like I said, I've got two rigs in two spots. I've seen plenty of carp jumping on both the areas. It could be the same carp keep jumping, but there you go. Changed the solid bag over to a lead clip on a Ronnie rig. That's on a 12mm yellow pop-up, and I've just lowered it off the end of this platform. That's where I kept seeing them jumping, just a couple of feet out. And the other one, I've changed over to back. I've changed back over to my purpley pink pop-up, and I've chucked it in the corner, and I've put in a couple of boilies over the top, like 10 I think, maybe a bit less than that. I don't want to go crazy. Nothing's happening today. They don't seem to be feeding that much. I'm not willing to put any more in at all, but I don't know what's going to happen, if I'm going to get anything at all, but we'll see. Well, when I thought I was going to blank, I managed to get a bite, and I lost it. And then I got another one. When I landed this carp, I managed to get the rig back in position, the one I lost the fish on, and it's just gone. And I've got a double in the net. So I'm going to put him back and show you the bigger one. Well, here he is, the bigger one. I reckon about 11 or 12 pounds. Very good. I can't believe this. I thought I was going to blank. It's been really difficult. Just seeing those carp splashing around in this little corner made me move, and it paid off. And yeah, really good. I'm going to get this one back and then get the rigs back in place to hopefully get one more. Yeah, that's really good. Ugh. Well, I managed to get one more, not a monster, but at least I've had another carp. It's been really hard today. I've tried everything to try and get bites, and managed to get it right at the end, a few, but not as many as I was hoping to. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah.